Hey guys, my name is Tommy Cadwalader. I'm a grassroots American racing driver from Scranton, Pennsylvania, currently racing in the North American F1000 Championship. Not having the funding for karting, I started racing in 2016 with simulators, working as often as possible after school and on the weekends and any job I can find to fund the beginnings of my racing career. From the early stages, I've had to fight for a career in motorsport, but I have high aspirations of winning races and championships in as many different disciplines of motorsport as I can. Through this vlog series, I'll bring you guys along for the ride from this year in the F1000 Championship to the future as I rise through the ranks of motorsport. Alright, rolling off for qualifying for race 1 here, and you can see some oil on the ground. Qualifying is about to get just ridden off for the next hour basically while they clean this up. So that's what you're about to see here, is us all coming on into the pit lane. That car on the left hand side there dropped a ton of oil onto the track just everywhere. So we just roll on into the pit lane here and we sit for an hour.
Just tell them they look great. I'm sure they do. If they look at anything like Tommy's, they look like they were scrubbed. How about you, Charles? Did you decide to go loop-de-loop anywhere? Charles turned the radio off. But yeah, man, these look really, really good, honestly. They're good stuff.
Charles don't have an umbrella.
We just bled them, so we're just gonna go out one more, 95% warm-up lap on the out lap, and then come around and let's hit it. But don't go too fast on your out lap and catch everybody that you hit there.
I thought we were getting a real 5, not a fast 5.
It's gonna be a fast 5.
But we were told it would be a real 5.
Come on, just kidding. Are you guys good? Oh, we had 10.
Dude.
I looked at my watch, I was like, no, I'm starting. You guys all good to go? I'm like, alright, I'm watching. 9 minutes later, they
All teams. Dude, don't squeeze my balls.
Alright, so here's my fastest qualifying lap to put me P2 for race 1. Here at Summit Point, qualifying's done, getting ready to go into the race. I didn't record a vlog before qualifying 1 just because things were so busy. So qualified second. Track had, some interesting features to it. We had a black flag because of oil, and then they put oil dry down, and it just made the track super slick. I never managed to get a really, really good lap in, so qualified second. Disappointed with myself for not putting in a good lap, but the bright side is that I'm still second and I can still fight for the win, and that's what I have to focus on. So getting ready to go in for the race. I'll check in with you guys after the race. Alright, lining up for the start of race 1 here. We're on the little straight before the final corner here. At this point, I am very hopeful that this is going to be a race win for me. I'm you know, I know that I had a lot more pace than I was actually able to show in qualifying. I don't think my qualifying lap is very indicative of my actual pace. So I know that this is a very possible race win for me. Unfortunately, what you're about to see is that plan goes totally to crap here in a second here. Green flag waves, and the other 3 competitive cars just go right by me here. So now I'm in 4th. I was in 2nd. Now I'm in 4th before the first corner. Pretty late on the brakes here. Try to go around the outside of Steve Hamilton and the white car there. I know that I can get a better exit here if I'm on the outside, and the next corner is a left, but that straight line speed that Steven has is just, he's just gone. And that's just the theme that I have here, is that my car is just not quick enough on the straights to compete with these 3 guys, even though I'm able to put down faster lap times than them. So I'm going to actually play about 4 laps here, 4 or 5 laps for you guys, and you can just see just how much I'm struggling to overtake Hamilton, despite being faster in the corners. I mean, there's some corners where I am literally flat and he's lifting a little bit, and I just cannot get by him, because by the time that I get to the big straight where I can set up a move, he's just pulling away from me. So yeah, you guys can see me try to do my best to get by a car here that just has more horsepower. It's an unfortunate part of racing, but it's part of racing, and some great teamwork at play here. So the black car up ahead there is actually my teammate Ayrton. He is in the other class that is running, the F2000 class. We're in F1000, so our car is a little bit quicker. So he's actually supposed to be letting Hamilton and me by right now, but he got a radio call to hold up Hamilton to see if he can help me try to get by him, and he's doing an amazing job at it. So out of the final corner here, Hamilton looks to the inside, and Ayrton's just not going to let him through. This really slows up Hamilton there because Hamilton has to back out of it. I get a great exit compared to Hamilton. Still doesn't matter though. Hamilton just got so much more straight line than me. I pop out to try to see if Ayrton will come over and only give me a draft. Doesn't matter though. Hamilton's through. I follow him. Get held up a little bit at the apex here. I almost ran into the back of him. Maybe I broke a little bit too late. I'm not sure. And that's the end of that. I thank Ayrton for that try there. It just didn't quite work out. And here's the end of the race, crossing the line for P4, which I am not very happy about, especially in the car right now. I'm very, 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 very disappointed because I knew I could have won that race. So you can see me coming around this turn, I'm just shaking my head. It is what it is though. Good morning. Race 1's done. I'm on my way to the track for qualifying 2 right now. Race 1 did not go according to plan. I had a straight line speed deficit, quite noticeable. I think we were running a little bit too much aero, too long of gears, and just the fact that we're running the older engine from some of the other guys. Just the way that it is. I can't control that. I can only control what I do in the corners, and over the course of a lap, I had the same pace as the guys that were faster on the straight than me. So, you know, that's what I can control. That's what I'm focusing on. I'm on my way to the track for qualifying 2 now. I'll check in with you guys after that. Alright, here is my fastest lap from qualifying 2. I actually decided to do qualifying 2 on my tires from race 1 to try to start race 2 with brand new tires to try to see if I can up that pace advantage and maybe try to get by these guys. So here we go. Getting ready for the start of race 2 here, and it goes exactly like the start of race 1. They just all pull away with that straight line speed. They actually sort of go 3 wide up ahead here. I think they're not quite 3 wide, but they get pretty close to it. The lap is not long enough for me to get the stickers off of the tires on the out lap, so I'm actually doing this first lap with a little bit of a sticker still on my tires, so they're actually going to have an advantage on the opening laps here, because their tires are just a little bit more ready for this race than mine are, even though mine are brand new. So this did not go according to plan for me at all. Even when the tires got up to temperature, just the pace advantage was just not there, and the car started to just lose more and more power, actually. Something happened in this race with the chain, and I'm going to cut away to that here in a second with the volume on full so that you can hear the car slowly braking. But I started to lose even more power than I had like down in the first race and the rest of the season as well. So this race just did not go according to plan at all. So I'm going to cut away to the last lap that I ran in my F1000 championship. back there, the chain actually broke. Since this is a motorcycle engine and transmission, it runs with the chain, just like a motorcycle would. So chain snapped going through there. I'm not exactly sure why, but all I know is that my race is over now. So I pull off to this nifty little access road over here, and funny enough, there's another car that is also sitting there. As we come around the corner here, you can see him, and I actually know who that is. That's Gabe Jasper. I raced against him before. So yeah, that's the end of my 2022 F1000 season. All right, quali 1 and race 1 done. Unfortunately, I had another issue in the race, but let's go back to qualifying. So I decided to qualify in old tires to try to have brand new tires for the race to try to make up for some of that horsepower disadvantage. Qualified P4 despite having old tires and the horsepower problem. Yeah, I was only 900ths off of second. I feel like that, that was a good achievement for me, and I feel like I really showed some good pace with that. Start of the race, though, again, got gapped on the start there. Was fourth before, well, I started fourth and remained in fourth after turn 1. So I ended up having a chain issue, I'm pretty sure, and that just caused like a little bit more resistance, and actually ended up not needing to go into second gear, or sixth gear, sorry. So I just really had no straight line, even less so than I had in the first race. So unfortunate. And then on the last lap, the chain actually popped off, and I had six neutral gears basically. So I didn't even finish the race. I'm pretty sure I get, I think the results show fourth, so I get, accredited with fourth place. But it is what it is. Team did the best that they could, and I did the best that I could as well. I feel like I drove well this weekend, and I think I showed solid pace despite the circumstances. I matched the times and bested at times the times of leaders that didn't have these issues and that had more horsepower than me, and it was very evident on the track, and you can see on the video it was just a difficult track to make up for that horsepower advantage that we've been making up for at other tracks throughout the year. It is what it is. Bright side on things that I can control, I felt I did really well, and I'm looking forward to Pittsburgh where I can make up for that horsepower advantage. I'll check in with you guys at Pittsburgh.